Hey everyone. I just want to talk about Sub-Zero's recent rise on the tier list and Liu Kang's fall from the top 5. And I wanted to argue against both here in this video. We'll get into Sub-Zero's strengths right off the top, and then I'll give my counter argument to why I don't think these strengths are not, they're not enough for me to justify putting him top 5. Especially offline. So, start off. Jump 1. Arguably best jump 1 in the game. Very hard to floss block. He's got a slide and bias ball for neutral control. Got the best overhead in the game. Getting damage off his overhead that no other character is getting, right? He's got great custom variations. I don't have equipped, but he's got ice air axe, which is great. He's also got ice trap, which is I think underrated for about 2/3 of the cast. It's good about it's good for about 2/3 of the cast. What else? Yeah, just great KBs. 4-2-4, 1-2-4. Slide KB, etc., etc., right? Well, let's get into his weakness. He really has one. He doesn't have a good mid for counter poking, or for situations where, up close where neither side has hit advantage, right? Because the great mid strings of this game are gonna blow up sub most of the time in these situations. Like, Sub really needs to have hit advantage to get his offense going. But when he does, he's probably the best snowball character in the game. He can really just steamroll you. Him and Jax, really. Difference is that Sub-Zero has much better neutral than Jax, which is important in this game. And it's also not good for him to not have a good mid because of his meaty options become weak. Like on Wake Up, like his best options are down 1, back 3, and if you're really good and sneaky, you can get a back 2 in there. But compared to, Liu Kang here, he can meaty pretty much at will, even with highs, because he's got mids to back up his highs, which we'll get into. So, that's a pretty big weakness, in my opinion. Like, if you watch Conqueror, he spends a lot of bar on flawless blocks, because his presence in neutral, at least with his normals, like back one's a high, slide is, punishable. So he can get steamrolled pretty badly in neutral himself, unless you're a demon and you're not afraid to use his great neutral tools, or if you're skillful with Ice Ball. So, but I want to get into the more practical reasons why I don't think he's top 5. Okay, so let's say that it's grand finals at Evo, okay, and you're playing against Arn Kratos. How many of these players do you think are gonna have the guts to commit to forward 2 Ice Ball against a player like Arn Kratos? When that's basically this is the offense that Sub-Zero is offering. Like, it's mostly just mix. I mean, he has got good throws, but these are highs, right? How many of them are gonna are they really gonna go with the mix, or are they gonna go run back to Liu Kang here, or Kotal, or Cabal, or Jackie, or Cetrion? Like the obvious top 5. Like you're gonna see those characters in tournament way more often because that's the meta of this game. Okay. Not Sub-Zero. I mean, you're gonna see him pretty often in tournament. He's a good character. He's obviously top tier, but top 5? You're really gonna put him above Kotal? I mean, Rewind has been doing YouTube videos like just non-stop with Kotal and Cabal, and it's just different like the title of the video is just different variations on how busted the character is. I mean, you're gonna say that Kotal's gonna be an A tier because he dies for command grab. Sub dies for forward 2 amp ice ball, and I'd much rather block overhead than to be forced to jump against Kotal's OD normals. His oppressive normals, like. And he's got Sun. He's got more health. He's got. I don't even want to get into it. Like that character is just. He's a boss character compared to Sub. Like. And you're seeing Kotals do well in tournament because the character is just. He's top 5. Like, I really don't want to hear it. Like these Kotals are smacking Cetrions in tournament, and I'm supposed to just look the other way. Okay. Anyway, let's get into Mr. Liu Kang here. The most recent tier list video I saw was Cease, and he did it with Scar and with Turkey, right? I think it was Turkey. And for the most part, I thought their tier list was pretty good, but I can't justify Liu Kang just him falling like this. Like the character is just dumb. Like Cease was arguing with somebody in his chat about how you can't use Ninja Killer as an example because Ninja Killer can pick up any character he wants and win with him. And I would say, yeah, you're right. Ninja Killer could probably pick up fucking Melina or Scarlet and take Evo if you really wanted to. But when you're watching his Liu Kang, are you watching the game plan? Like especially with that broken variation that he's been using recently. I mean, come on, man. Not only does he have mix, he has mids for days to back up his mix. He can melee with a high because of his, his back 1 string. I mean, if you watch Ninja Killer, he's meeting with command grab on Wake Up a lot because he knows that people are afraid to press or do anything but block on Wake Up against him. And he's just I mean, the character's got everything you want. He's got great zoning, mids for days, great KBs, great damage. Like he can just crack you like a walnut in the corner. Like with Sub-Zero, like his media options are limited. He's got back 3, and if you really want to like get anything off of that, like you can't really stagger back 3 in the corner. Like you can stagger back 1 and just keep your pressure going. Like staggering back 3 is, I mean, it's not good. And he's got down 1. I mean, the character is just way more solid than Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero really, like, he really wants to just keep resetting you, really. Just mixing. Resetting costs, like, a lot of resource, and it doesn't get much damage. So Sub-Zero really doesn't want to have you knocked down a lot. I mean, yeah, he can mix you on meaty, but that's not easy to do at all. I mean, not in comparison to, you know, having great mids. Like, you're not waking up jump against Liu Kang. You're not... you gotta play... He forces you to play solid, because he's just that solid himself. But he's also got broken mix on top of it. He's solid and he's mixing you. And he's hitting like a tank. Like, come on, man. In my opinion, Sub-Zero rising to top 5 on these lists is just, in my opinion, it's just Combat League salt. Like, these players are probably getting, you know, mixed up by laggy Wi-Fi Sub-Zeros, and the character just gets under their skin. Which I can understand. I mean, the character gets under my skin as well. But putting him above Liu Kang on the tier list is just cap, in my opinion. These players, grand final situation against our Kratos, they're gonna pick Liu Kang over Sub-Zero 9 times out of 10. I guarantee you. Because he's the more solid option. He's the more well-rounded option. And he's just better. So is Kotal. So is Cabal. So is Jackie. So is Cetrion. Arguably Joker. It's just, I don't see it. I just don't see it. So, that's my 2 cents. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching, and happy MK11ing.